Good morning to all the respected guests present here. Now, the Sai choir is here to present a beautiful bhajan for you all.
We welcome you all to this Commerce Conclave 2013. This is on one of the topics of present relevance, contemporary relevance, that is commerce education, building nations and bridging gaps.
I feel today that I should send this galaxy of audience to train our parliamentarians to understand the macroeconomics, and probably our country will develop. And you can be much better builders of our nation than the people whom we elect. The latest study of UNDP says that 1/5 of the population of the world has 82% of world's wealth. How much? 1/5 has 82% of world's wealth. 1/5 of the population has 1% of world's wealth. How do you bridge this gap? How do you make things equitable? I want you to understand as a commerce student the macro aspect of nation building and the macro aspect of economics.
I just want to say a few things and few words about my college. As a teacher, as a principal now, what we did in last 40 years, we try to see that each and every student of SRCC must be on the driver's seat, not on the conductor's seat, not in the crowd. So what we try to see that we organize activities after activities in the college and try to demonstrate that look, every student of this college have a leadership quality. So I also wish that you should come out of the crowd and you should lead the system.
I now take the opportunity of commissioning the first technical session, which will be chaired by Dr. R.K. Bal, and the keynote address will be delivered by Dr. D.V. Ramana.
Good morning, everybody. Now I am the president of Odisha Commerce Association. So it's my duty to promote commerce education in the state of Odisha. I still remember the words of my professor. He is Professor Surjagant Das. He will always tell a stanza of a poem. What is that? Banijya pila thiba bele kiba asadhya mohitale. So if commerce students are there is nothing impossible in this world.
Good morning to all of you. I'm very happy that a professional chartered accountant is leading the school education in Bhubaneswar. Having said that, I'll remind you that entire accounting is based on something called generally accepted accounting principles, which is called GAAP. But I tell my student, a good accounting student is not the one who understands the GAAP, but a good accounting student is one who understands the gaps in the GAAP. Because accounting per se is based on an inbuilt flexibility. Accounting provides you that opportunity to interpret and use that principles based on the relevant context. And I call that as a gaps in the gap. A proper utilization of the gaps in the gap becomes creative accounting. But inappropriate use of gaps in the gap becomes an accounting scam. So the best education that a school can give you is actually to enable you to keep your ears to the ground. And a good accountant is one who never ignores the reality. Unfortunately, the balance sheet that you prepare and I prepare many times are far away from the reality. And that is where a good accounting student and a good accounting mind is required. I don't want you to read the numbers on the balance sheet, which computers are doing it now. You have to develop the ability to understand the story that the numbers are telling. You have to develop the ability to talk to the number.
Now, my first question to our chief guest, Dr. P.C. Jain, is whether our higher education is oriented towards entrepreneurship, which can lead to development of a nation as fast as the US economy.
We all understand that entrepreneurship is in our blood, especially in Indians. We have created the history, not only in this country but other part of the world. Now time has come, we have to reorient our higher education or even the school education. The education must be useful to at least 120 crore population of this country.
Members, I am Anubhav Agarwal.
Take the mic closer.
I would like to say that if we look at the top entrepreneurs in USA like Mark Zuckerberg, Steve Jobs and all, they all belong to the technical background. So what is commerce to do in USA to promote their country?
US economy is not IT driven. US economy is innovation driven. The number of patents US does in a day is equivalent to the number of patents that India does in a year. That's what US does. So they have concentrated into innovation, and this innovation has been taken as a business through the entrepreneurs, and see to that the average income, the average GDP, the average growth of United States is kept at a very higher level.
Good afternoon, sir. I'm Vikram. Sir, you mentioned about India having more than 50% of the youth population by 2030. See, most of the Indians go abroad after 12th or probably after undergraduation, and they obviously work for the countries abroad. So how is India being benefited by this?
If brain is not allowed to drain, otherwise it will go in the drain. There was a time the best brain used to go abroad. Now second grade people are going to US. And after 10 years, only third grade people will to US, and the best brain will be in this country. So I think we have a future. We should not be scared of that.
There are a host of other opportunities are for you, particularly in the financial services sector. As financial consultants, stockbrokers, merchant bankers, financiers at the stock market, project formulation manager, budget consultant, financial portfolio manager, financial analyst, tax consultant, fund manager, and security dealer. Rather, I think that there is a shortage of manpower.
Now we'll have the paper presentation by the students. Vishal Aditya Sahu and Vikram Aditya Sahu from Sai International School.
Today, in the underdeveloped, the developing, and some parts of the developed nations of the world, more than 3 billion people live in the villages. The technique of converting a huge population from a liability to a national asset can be better understood through developmental macroeconomics.
Shubhankar Panda, DAV School, CSpur.
The land acquisition bill and the food security bill are being passed, but what is the utility to the economy when there is no such measure taken to develop it? But Mr. Montesing Ahluwalia, he didn't have any answer.
Shruti Sagar from Sai International School.
The Indian economy, having the better parts of capitalism and socialism embedded in it, can scale great heights if it has a population that is well versed in the field of economic commerce. It can in fact bridge the gap between our current status as a developing country, which we've been for far too long, and to being a developed country which has equity and social justice as its core impetus.
Rumani from KIT International School.
Through the 1960s, 1970s and even the 1980s, the general impression was that nation could only be built through government intervention. I see three distinct pillars. One is the government, second is the civil society where we all live in, and third finally is the business.
Raina Bijay Mahapatra and Ishani Das from Sai International School.
What do steel tycoons Lakshmi Mittal, PepsiCo chairperson Indira Nooyi, and Kinetic Motors joint MD Sulaja Firoda Motwani have in common? All of them are commerce graduates.
Society is a combination of individuals whose actions impact society favorably or unfavorably. Commerce as a discipline evaluates individual actions that adversely affect society and recommends the methods of their prevention.
Adil Karim from Sai International College of Commerce and Economics.
We are living in an age of commercial and technical revolution, and for the real progress of commerce and industry, we need efficient and trained hands. Therefore, commerce education is of imperative necessity in our country.
Next, Subhendu Samal and Adesh Mahanti from Sai International School.
We grow enough food grains to feed the entire population due to green revolution. But then, why are millions still starving?
The scientists can't give the answer to these questions. Science is a means to high productivity and technological innovation. If the end is inclusive growth, empowered people, the answer lies in equitable distribution of the wealth creation.
पर्दों पे हम खिलते, हम है राही प्यार के, फिर मिलेंगे चलते चलते। कम नहीं है तुझको ये बताना है, ये वादा रहा ओ मेरी चांदनी। हर जन्म में रंग बदल के ख्वाबों के पर्दों पे हम खिलते।